Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. I just came to do a kind of craft with me, so I don't have like a huge plan. I kind of know sort of what I want to do, but it's not really planned out, so bear with me. So I saw Gayle Agostinelli was making out of old book pages like pockets that go this direction, and she did hers a little bit different, and I will link her below so that you, if you don't know, I don't know who doesn't know about Gayle, but anyway, you can go check out what she did. So this isn't my idea, I am using her idea. I did, however, change my pocket direction, so I used some long pages that I got out of this old What to Wear and How to Make It book, and it's just got all kinds of old, I don't know, cool sewing stuff in it. The pages are really nice patina, and so I just was tearing pages out of it because they're nice and long, and I needed a longer page than a lot of the other books I have. So anyway, I just changed the orientation. So instead of having the page go this way, which you know, the other book pages are like this long and you fold up the bottom, I turned it this way and I folded them you know, the long ways. So I just took the first page and I when I tore it out, it had this really cool torn edge, so I just kept that and I folded that over to where I wanted it and measured it based on the journal that I'm making right now, so it will fit on the page the way I want it to, and you can change the sizes for whatever works for you. And then I cut out a second book page, which is what this middle piece is. This is the first book page, it's just the back and you fold it over. And then you do the same thing with the second one. You just fold it over uneven. You're not making your edges even with each other. And then you slide it into the other one and then just glue along all these edges. And it gives you, you know, a pocket here, one here, one here. And then when you put it on your page, if you want, you can have this be a pocket back behind. So like I can glue just this edge, and this one, and this will be an opening pocket, okay? So I'm doing, as you can see, kind of a purple Christmas theme. I found all kinds of Victorian images with purple, and I just loved it. So the paper that I chose to go with it, because I couldn't find any specific Christmas purple paper, I'm using this Lavender Bliss. It's Maddie's Crafting Joy, and I got this off of Amazon. It is very beautiful paper. I mean, just gorgeous purples. And a lot of it does seem maybe fall or spring. I mean, you could use it for anything. But I just loved, it's kind of dusty purple, and I really like the way it looked with the Victorian images. So even though it's not Christmas paper, I think it's working out great. So that's kind of the theme I was going with. So I have the images. I did do some glitter on some of them. These are just little flowers I made with, I have these are from Stampin' Up. It's supposed to be succulents, and so I'm using the smallest ones to make flowers because they kind of have a poinsettia sort of a look to them. I just made this one, and I just put some seed beads in the middle. So this is just 2 of the medium size flowers. It's 2 of these and then 1 of those on the top, and then I just put some seed beads in the middle for a little sparkle. It might be hard to catch that sparkle, but anyway, that is what I'm up to, and I've done some snowflakes and purple and things like that to help bring in that wintry or Christmas feel. This ribbon is silver, and it's a nice color silver that I think works great with the purple. So that's what I'm doing. And so these tags are with that paper, the little birds on the back and everything. And then I made this little tag. It's just more like a journaling card. And so there's one of those snowflakes, and I just put a little pearl in the middle. So I think it's going to work out kind of cool. I like it a lot. So I was going to decorate this little pocket that I did do the way that Gayle, the orientation that she was doing hers. So it's one piece of a book page, and you can see that because these were the longer pages, the writing's not going the right direction. It is on these ones. You can see the writing and the lines are in the right direction. But on these, it's going the other way. But I'm going to decorate this so it's not going to make that big of a difference anyway. But again, it's just this back piece of paper comes around and is folded to whatever height you want. And then the second piece of paper is folded and stuck inside of the other one, and you just glue along the edges. So super simple. And then I just cut down some like journaling cards that are going to tuck in here like this, so nothing too difficult. And then you can just stick it onto your page however you want it. And then I have this old envelope. Well, it's not really old. I just coffee stained it. It just looks old. And then a tag that I'm going to put in here. So that's another thing that I wanted to decorate to go with the purple journal theme that I've got going on. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the purple. I think it's really cool to find all those Victorian images with like purple Santas and things like that. So I hope you guys like it. Here's one of the little angel, and then a little girl on the tag, and the Santa all in purple. I just think it's, you know, something different. It's a little shabby chicy. So that's what I am doing. So I was just going to keep working on that. I just have to decide which papers I want to do. I hope you're all having an awesome day. I'm not always great at these craft with me things because if I'm not talking about the product or, you know, what I'm using or doing, it's hard for me to chat. I'm not a huge chatter as it is. I mean, I have no problem talking to people, you know, if they're bringing up topics and questions and things. I'm great with that. But sometimes I struggle with just chatting. So bear with me, but I'm going to try to do some stuff that you might like. I like this paper. It kind of has sort of a Victorian feel to it. So I'm going to measure my piece. Sorry, I always have to forget stuff when I'm doing this, and I have stuff spread all over my craft room when I get working on these projects. So this is about 3 inches wide. I guess length isn't that big of a deal, but 3 by 5 roughly. But I need 2.5 by, let's go 2.5, 2.5. Maybe a little bigger on that. Yeah, I've been just kind of crazy busy lately. I had a chalk couture party. It didn't go great. As always with these type of things, I'm really just not a salesperson, and I struggle with, you know, having parties and that. You know, I don't like the size of that. I think it needs to be a little bit wider this way. So, I mean, it was fine. I had a few people come, and that part was great. I don't know. That's why I don't usually sell stuff, but I really love this chalk couture. I just think it's really different than stuff that I see around here all the time anyway. So I thought it would be fun to do it, and I really enjoy doing it too. It's just something different because I have painted in the past, and so I really like to do things like that. I'm going to take just a little bit more off of that. But, you know, it's just always hard to sell stuff, in my opinion. And I love doing my journals, too. That's really my #1 thing that I like to do, so I don't like to take too much time away from that. And I feel like I've been kind of doing that. So I'm going to cut the edges, and this is an old Creative Memories punch, so I can't get those anymore, but there's so many punches and things out there. And I tried to do a lot of distressing, but I am gonna still have to do some edges. So yeah, I think it's a great product, and it works really well. So hopefully I can get it to work. So I hope everybody's gonna have some fun for Thanksgiving. We're not traveling, which is always a great deal when we don't have to do that. I mean, I love seeing other family members. I just don't really love traveling, and definitely not when it's super busy everywhere. I just feel like it's gotten crazy busy everywhere anymore. Maybe I'm just getting old. Okay, so that pretty little purple on there looks nice. I like a little bit of the book showing down there. And I did type out some of these cute, it says peace. I have a really old typewriter, that's why I'm not doing it right now for you guys, because it's super loud and clunky. But, so I typed them out using that, and it's crazy because the wheel on it isn't very tight anymore, and so it doesn't hold the paper real steady, and so sometimes your letters are further down than you thought and not usually even, and it's kind of crazy, but it comes out so cool, and I love that look. So that's why I use it. It's fun. I don't know how women used to type on those super fast, like you watch old movies and things where they're typing, and they move their fingers so fast on those, and they're really hard to push those keys down. It's not easy. It's not like, you know, we type now on our keyboards. It's work. I mean, you really gotta clunk on those things, and they always make it look so easy. I don't know how they did it. They must have had some seriously strong fingers or something, or just a bunch of wimps, or I'm just a wimp. But yeah, it's pretty amazing when you watch some of those old movies. I'm going to tear this edge right here because there's no flowers or anything. It's just kind of blank white space, and you know, I'm not great with that. So, and then I think I'm just going to edge it. So, or sorry, distress it a little bit. What I do, I keep just water in a junky old jar and an old paintbrush, and I just run water along the edge here to wet it a little. And you don't have to do it like this. This isn't like any thing that I know that other people don't. I don't know how other people do it, but it just seems to give me the effect that I like. But if you think it's too distressed, then no worries. But I just use the edge of my scissors and I run it along. That way I don't have to, you know, tear quite as much, and it gives me that same look with the distressed edge. Plus it makes the inking a lot easier on the torn edge. It's not as hard to get the ink to lay down. So the only problem is you end up with little shreds of paper everywhere. But hey, don't we always end up with shreds of paper everywhere? I know I do. Always vacuuming and wiping surfaces because there's paper everywhere. Oh, hey, I want to give a shout out to my friend Allie. I hope that you're feeling okay, the Cockney Crafter. She, I haven't seen any videos from her in a while, and I kind of miss her. She's awesome, so I just hope she's feeling okay. Just a little shout out to her. She's super funny. I love watching her videos. I love listening to her accent. I love anybody that has an accent. I find it fascinating. We're so boring in America, in my opinion. We just have kind of boring, I don't know. Some people in America have accents, but I'm from the West, and you don't hear a lot of accents around here. So I love listening to Allie talk. I love Tracy Fox too, both of them. It's awesome. You can tell they're from different areas in the UK because their accents are a little bit different. I guess it's no different than like me being from out west and somebody being from Georgia or wherever, but I love it. So I'm just gonna bend some of these up. I don't know if we sound interesting to other people or not, or if we just sound dull, but I love like Irish accents too. Scottish, all of them, I guess, really. Alright, so I'm just going to put this little thing, this little flower here. And you know, this really could be for any time of the year. This, you know, especially with this image, that doesn't have to be Christmas at all. It's just, that's what I wanted this album or journal to be. I'm going to call them albums forever, I swear. But you could definitely do this for any thing. Alright, there's that. And then do these cards. So one of them, they're kind of, you know, ladder cut or whatever. There's not a big difference between these two, but the back one is taller because obviously it has further down to go. So I just kind of staggered them a little bit so they're each a different size. But you could probably do them, you know, pretty close to the same size and it wouldn't make that big of a difference. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide what paper I want to use. I guess it doesn't really matter because it's all really pretty. I mean, look at this. Is that not gorgeous? It's beautiful paper. I think I want to do, kind of like the idea of using some of that flower, but it's so huge. Let me see. Oh, I have this other paper I think they use. This is from, I don't even know. I've had this paper forever, so I apologize. I'm not sure where that is, just in my stash. So we're just going to do a little mark. So if you guys don't watch Gayle Agostinelli, like I said, I will link her below. She crafts every day. Like, she does a video pretty much every single day. I don't know how she does it, but I just cannot get the time to do that. I wish I could. That would be awesome. Some days I just can't get to my craft room. I love it, but it just doesn't happen. So yeah, I think that'll look pretty on there. Lilacs. Yeah, I don't know what the, sorry, I'm kind of talking all over the place. My brain's going 1,000 directions today. Why they used violets so much in Victorian times. Like, I just find it kind of surprising for Christmas. And if you know anything about that, I would love to hear some history, because I love history. It just, I mean, it's super pretty. I love it. It just, you don't see that anymore. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to put this little piece down there with that cute little baby angel. But yeah, I would love to know if anybody knows anything about that. Or why we stopped doing it, I guess, is a better question. Not why they had them, but why we stopped using them. For almost all of our Christmas stuff now is, you know, poinsettias and holly and all that. So it's kind of interesting. And I want to put what I did with my little pearls. I'll find them later. I'm going to put one of my little pearls on there when I dig them up. They're floating around somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to ink this a little bit. But yeah, Gayle, like I said, she does a video pretty much daily. So very often I watch her videos before I go to bed. Just kind of my little time of the day to stop and relax a little bit. But she just comes up with some great ideas. I mean, there's a lot of people that do. Tracy Fox, Nick the Booksmith, they're just all amazing ladies in what they do. I just don't know. She can make a journal so much faster than I can. I don't know how she does it. I even commented that on one of my last videos. I don't know if I just take too long to do all this, but she can put out a journal fast. So would this fit? That'd be kind of cool. It's a little bit different purple. That's not going to fit right. Let's see what else I have. See, all these are Victorian. This one even says A Merry Christmas with the violets. It's pretty. There's a lot of Happy New Year ones too. I may have to go print out some other ones and cut them down. So I think I'm going to cut out this little chick. I got to put my glasses on because these old eyes. So see, I just printed them. I think I got most of these off of Pinterest. I love Pinterest for that reason. Because I never can decide like on one digital kit or whatever. I always have to like mix everything up and do, I don't know, I just want to pick what I want. Not that you have to do the kit the way it is, but I did see one kit with the more lavender colors. I think I'm going to edge this one first. But there aren't very many. I know it's just not a very popular color scheme for Christmas. I know the pink's gotten pretty popular this year, it seems like, but I've never really seen a whole lot of the purple, so it's just harder to find stuff to go with it. I even went into Joann's yesterday and I was having trouble finding like purple laces and ribbons and things like that. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's just not the right time of year for that color. Everything's Christmas. This picture says, "A Happy New Year to you." So I don't always do the scraping of the edges, you know, with the scissors in the water and all that. It just, for this one, I liked the look. So it just, I guess it just depends on my mood. But see, I like the way it gives it that really old used look. So I think that says "A Happy New Year to you." I read that to you already, sorry. Just want to make sure I said that. Sometimes I think things and I don't say them. Kind of needs something because it feels pretty springy there. So I just realized this flower needs to lift up a little bit. So let me think. What could I do? I could add some ribbon. That would probably work. I wonder if I could do like a little. Yeah, I think I'll kind of do it sort of like a belly band and just do glue. I'm just getting a rough size right now. I'll cut it to the right size once I'm done. Just going to put a little glue up here and a little glue down here. Oops. Because I want that to tuck under there a little bit. Sorry, if you can hear all those tractors and things, I apologize. Our neighborhood, we did not have any building here for, I don't know, almost 8 years, and just in the last 2, it's been crazy. It's been non-stop building, building, building. I just keep wondering where all these kids are going to go to school. It's crazy how much they're building. I'll put that down there. Oh, I found my pearls under a piece of paper. So I'm going to put one of these on this little, just for some added interest. So there's that. And then I'm going to put that there. Sorry, this glue, it's actually full. It just does not want to come out for some reason. Even when I lay it sideways, it still doesn't want to do it. Just tucking that corner under that ribbon right there. Then I've got my little tiny glue to do these type of things. I should probably ink that just a little. Got glitter in my stamp pad. Yay, you know it's Christmas time when. This was a pattern paper on the back. I think I'll put a little glitter. I've got my glitter box over here. Sorry, I do tend to get quiet when I'm thinking, so I apologize if I get really quiet. I wish I was one of those people that could just chat, but it's kind of rough. It's just never been my personality. But it takes all kinds. So I've got glitter in this box that I've been using. I just put some little dots. And it'll kind of stick wherever too because I just put down that snowflake, but see there's, sorry. Maybe help it look a little more Christmassy. I don't even think I really need, not with the glitter, I don't think I need a pearl on that one. So see, that's another little thing, and then when it dries I'll be able to put it in there, but I don't want to do that yet. And let's do the other ones of these. Got paper fuzz everywhere. Alright, let's see, on the other side of that, oh, this is pretty too. On the other side, so maybe I'll do one of these. I know it's got the leaves, but we can cover those, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. Where did I put my... Sorry, couldn't find my cutter. It's hard for me to craft on this spot. I mean, this is where I do a lot of my crafting, but it's a little bit tricky because I don't have as much room. I have another table that I usually work at, and that is a lot easier, but I can't put my camera over there, so I kind of just have to make this work. I'm thinking I could, I'm just going to use this bottom part. This paper is gorgeous. I think I'm going to make another journal, not for any particular time of the year, because it's just so pretty. Great color combination. It could be a fall journal, you could, like I said, do a spring journal. It would be beautiful either way. Anyway, I'm probably not going to have time to get to all these. Wanted to do something with you guys today. I feel like it's been a while. It hasn't been that long, but I wanted to do this, so I figured I might as well turn on the camera. And on the back of this one, what I'll probably do is put like a guest check. I just want to let it dry a little bit first. I have some tea stain guest checks, so that's probably what I'll end up putting on the back of that one. And I will show the whole thing once I finish. Actually, I think I'm going to do it this way because that side kind of looks cool. How did I get that so much bigger? I'm telling you, these cutters drive me crazy because sometimes I feel like they do not cut straight. And I know a lot of that can be user error, but it drives me nuts. Every one that I've ever had, it's so clearly it's probably user error, right? But it's like all I do is run the blade down and it just doesn't feel like it's getting anything straight. See if that's better. Yeah, that's better, a little bit better. It's still off a little bit. struggle with those. Every one I've had, the only good one I've had is I have a small guillotine one, and that one seems to cut pretty straight, but it's little, so I can't cut like a full sheet of paper on it. Guess I should get one of the big guillotines, but then the arms are so big, I would never be able to film and use it at the same time. Alright, there's that, and now I have to find a little something or other to put on there. Everything I'm getting down to is too big. I may have to go make some more something. Oh, it kind of looks cool. I could do the edges on this. I didn't want to cut, like fussy cut any of the Santas or anything on these because they're all Christmas cards with all the designs, and then like it says a Merry Christmas, like that. So I didn't want to just cut something out of it, the image out of it. Yeah, I can't believe how much they're building here. It is nuts. I honestly have no idea, because our schools are already crowded, and I don't know where all these kids are going to go to school. It's crazy to me that they just keep building when there isn't anywhere for kids to go to school. Nobody ever wants to put any money out for that. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I really want some lace, but I was having trouble finding anything good. I'm like running out of all my trims. It's kind of see-through. I could kind of do something like that down there at the bottom. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do, kind of like its own little belly band down there. This ribbon's kind of weird. It almost looks better on the back side than it does the front. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, it's kind of a weird feeling ribbon. So let me see. I sometimes think that, you know, obviously builders and all that, all they're after is the money, but it's just mind-boggling when you watch building going on, and you know, no plans for what do we do when all these people move into these houses and they have kids, and it's kind of crazy. Trying to get this tight because this wants to curl as ribbon does. I just heard my Alexa go off. That means I got a delivery. I've been waiting for ink. I'm back to using my brushed corduroy, not that there's anything wrong with that, because my vintage photo has completely, I mean, it's not completely dry, but it's real close to being all dried up. Yeah, I think that'll work. I don't want to stick it under there right now because I'm afraid it'll pull that off, but I think that'll be good. And then let's see what other little doodad I could add to that to make it look good. I kind of like the way this holly's down here. I might try and see if I set it there. I'm just trying to get some ideas, so let me look. I have some little holly stickers, so maybe those would work. I think that could actually work. Seems crazy, but if you look right here, it's got the violets and then the holly, so I think it'll look kind of cool. I don't know if it'll go in and out of the pocket. Those are always the things you got to think about. Kind of ruins your decorating when you're worried about the pockets and things. Just gonna slide this in here. You guys have to be able to hear those trucks. I am so sorry. It's just crazy loud. Doesn't stick up super high, so I think if I put glue on all these, it's a sticker, but we all know how great those stick sometimes. I think it will stick down enough that it'll be alright. And since that tag is glued down, it's not going to matter because it's going to go right through that ribbon, but it's okay. If I was using it like a belly band, that wouldn't work, but I'm not, so. And I created a gluey mess. Alright, now we're gonna just let that dry, because that's kind of a cool little thing. Sorry if I've been working like way out of, probably. Alright, so there's two to go in there, and I have one more. This one will go all the way at the back. One more. What did I do with it? Oh my wow, people. There I am. Scary, scary little brain. Just gets going. Alright, this I just need to trim a tiny bit, so I think I'm just going to glue it on, and then I'll trim it. I forgot to ink it too, but I can do that once I get it on here. That's not a big dealio. Okay. Got all kinds of glue stuck on my fingers. It's quite a lovely look. Peel your fingers before you go out. No, just wash it off. That's what it feels like sometimes, though. Make sure I get those edges, because like I said, I'm probably going to cover this back part with something else. Let's see, what am I going to put on that one? Like I said, a lot of this stuff is too big. And then that one would look pretty on there. So yeah, this one has the, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank, and it's my birth month flower. Lily of the Valley, right there, and the violets. And I've seen a lot with that combination as well. I should really look up the history about it, because I do find it fascinating how this stuff all changes. Because I'm sure there was some significance to that. I just don't know what it is. You'd think I would know a little bit more about it. I grew up in an old Victorian town, but you know, you don't always hear all those all those types of stories. I heard lots of other stories. Some very interesting. All right. This, I know these are all kind of similar, and a lot of that is because all these are kind of cut in that, you know, because they're cards, they're old card fronts and things like that. So they're all gonna sort of appear similar, but they're not exactly alike. So let's see. I did find some of this. I don't like, that's too wide. Let me see what else I have. I could do, I have these snowflakes that my sister made me. And what's better in January than a snowflake, right? I don't know, they're like a little bit too big. And that's gonna, that wouldn't work. I could do it across the top. I mean, I could just use one, too. Let me see what else I have. I love this. This is like my definite go-to. I use a ton of this. Because it kind of looks like, see, you can cut these off for snowflakes, and I mentioned that in my last video, or, you know, just use the edge of this. And it's very pretty. So I think that's what I will use. Right along there. Have to trim it a little. I'm just going to run a bead of glue right down the side there. Yeah. I don't want it to hang off a ton because it is going to go in a pocket, so, but I like it a little bit hanging off. I think this is why I love junk journaling, because you can use just what you have, and you don't have, I mean, if you find cool stuff to buy that's old that works, that's great, but you can just put a few things on there and it looks nice, you know. You don't have to have all the matching everything, and I just kind of like that. I mean, I'm doing a color theme, but everything doesn't have to be perfect, and I like it. Because nothing's perfect, no matter how hard we try. Okay, so I have made, get all my junk out of the way here, these 3 little journaling cards that will go in this little page pocket, and I think that will be an adorable addition. So unfortunately I've been doing this for a while, 45 minutes or so, so I'm going to let you guys get back to your day, and I hope it's an awesome one, and I will talk to you later this week. Thanks, bye bye.